There's a new law that requires all hospitals in the United States to list prices of all items and their services online.
So it would go, let's see, ER visit $125, X-ray $85, removing the wrong limb, priceless.
Yep. Very good, Dave.
Previously on Beth and Dave in the morning.
So how are your New Year's resolutions going so far?
I think I've already ruined one of them. Not that I actually made the resolution.
You ruined a resolution you didn't even have, Dave?
Well, it's supposed to be dry January, and I'm already screwed up because I had 2 glasses of wine last night. So,
Dave.
I guess I can't go dry January anymore.
Well, you can go dry the rest of January.
All
How
right.
about that?
Maybe I'll do that.
Beth and Dave.
The only way I'm going dry January is if my skin is a little bit dry. No, part of my diet.
With the best variety of the 80s through today on Lite 98.7.
You know, yesterday we were talking about bacon and how bacon can cause cancer because of the nitrites in it. Today we were talking about avocados because they might be infected with Listeria monocytogenes. Yes, I took a biochemistry class.
Wow.
Anyway, here's the thing, Dave.
Yes?
I think you could eat any of those things and you'd be fine.
Well,
because you're weird.
I think you could too, Beth.
No, I could not.
Yes, you could.
That's your superpower. Also, the weirdest habit that you have. So, my mom.
Yes.
And everyone has one of these people in their family who is like the super smeller and the adjudicator of whether or not something has gone bad or not. She makes lasagna every year for Christmas. This year we made it a day early because we had it on Christmas Eve.
Delicious, by the way.
So she made it on the 23rd. She made 2 trays. We finished the first tray. There's a second tray. I called her yesterday. I was like, Mom, is the lasagna still good? She's like, ooh, I wouldn't chance that. As I'm saying that, Dave is taking his slice out of the microwave and shoveling it in. Mm-hmm. Just eating the whole thing. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
And what was your prediction?
I said, you're going to die.
Yep.
I think I'm right, though. I think eventually you're going to die.
Well, no.
It's probably lasagna. So, it might be 20 years.
Let me ask you, when did I shovel this lasagna that was alleged?
Night?
Yeah. About what time?
I don't know, 6 o'clock?
Yeah, something like that. Maybe it was even 5.
Before we went to bed.
Might have even been 5. Yeah, we did go to bed pretty early.
And you're okay. But the other step 2, what else did you do with the rest of the lasagna?
Froze it.
He kept it.
Well, listen. Here's the theory, Beth. If it's good enough to eat last night and I didn't get sick today, then freeze it immediately as I did. I'm going to pull it out in a few months, and it's going to be just as good.
I don't know that I agree with you.
Oh, my God.
I think you're crazy,
It's
Dave.
science, and you're a
It's
science
not
person.
Science.
It is science. It's fine.
I think it's only good for you because I think you have some type of odd resistance to bad foods.
I'm a vampire.
I don't know if you were a vampire.
I'm immortal.
I think you should look a little bit better then if that were the case.
Previously on Beth and Dave in the morning.
Looks like I'm the moron today.
It's time for Your Mom Must Be So Proud.
Morons. Dummy. Idiot.
Oh!
I'm not a smart man.
With Beth and Dave in the morning on Lite 98.7.
Oh, honey, you're special every day.
Thank you. Special?
Every day.
Your meaning of special is... No, never mind. Don't bother.
Carry on.
Cathedral City, California, Beth.
Okay.
A man there got in trouble with law officers after he got into a car crash and then tried to flee the car crash scene. He didn't get very far, though.
Okay.
Officers say that as he tried to get out of the vehicle, he got his foot stuck in the steering wheel.
What?
Yeah. Right?
What?
Huh?
How do you do that exactly?
I
Was he sitting crisscross applesauce while he was driving?
trying to do some yoga maybe while he
Was he trying to climb out the window?
I-
Was he steering with his feet because he was eating a Big Mac with his hands?
I drive with my knees sometimes on the steering wheel.
Well, maybe if you had very short legs. Like my mom has teeny tiny legs, so sometimes her feet don't always reach the floor. So she could conceivably steer with her feet. Now, every once in a while, I do drive with my left foot crossed underneath me or crisscrossed or sometimes even up to the left of the steering wheel, which I know is bad, but you know.
Yeah, not up in the steering wheel, though.
Well, it could slip if I were panicking and there was a guy with a badge and a gun behind me. I'd freak out.
It's a pretty limber guy out there in Cathedral City,
Was
California.
he a little bit intoxicated? Why did he get into the accident?
Doesn't say that, actually. Nothing about it in the report that I'm reading here. So.
Well, maybe that's why he got into the accident. He was driving with his feet.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself.
Beth and Dave in the morning
And by the way, they're real and they're spectacular.
on Lite 98.7.
This is definitely a job I think A, I'm qualified for, and B, I would like to have because the pay rate is unbelievable. There are some folks in New York City, so they get paid a little bit more, about $80 an hour. More on, they have like surge pricing. So New Year's Eve, it's a little higher.
I think there's a lot of professionals that get about $80 an hour in New York City, if you know what I mean.
But they only work for 5 minutes. But anyway, they're professional cuddlers. They're known as cuddlists. I swear to bananas, this is the truth.
Ridiculous.
Practitioners, they call themselves practitioners,
sure.
say those willing to pay, they just need to be cuddled. Nothing more. And they're mostly middle-aged men between 40 and 60.
Listen, let me make this clear right now.
Who are seeking a human connection.
Not a chance am I paying for cuddling. Did
you buy me dinner yesterday?
I don't even like it to begin with, so I'm not paying for it.
Do you see what I'm up against? I'm going to have to pay for cuddling.
I know one thing for sure. The pro cuddling is going to be shown on this network.
ESPN 8, The Ocho, bringing you the finest in seldom-seen sports from around the globe since 1999. If it's almost a sport, we've got it here. ESPN 8, The Ocho.
Beth and Dave in the morning.
How you doing?
On Lite 98.7.